Imagine a visitor fills out your contact form, genuinely interested in your services, but you never receive the email. Not because the form is broken, but because WordPress sends emails using the old PHP mail function, which most hosting providers don't fully trust. As a result, those messages often get blocked or end up in the spam section. Solution: in this video, I'll show you how to fix this using SMTP, so your website emails actually reach the inbox and you never miss important messages again. And yes, we'll be using the free Nexter extension plugin to achieve this. So without any further ado, let's dive right in. Alright, first things first, make sure the Nexter extension free plugin is installed and activated. Once that's done, head over to Nexter, then open the dashboard, and here, as you can see, there is a section called extensions, and inside that you will see the utilities section. Go ahead and click on it, and here inside you will find an option called SMTP email. Now the great thing is, Nexter extension alone is a multi-purpose plugin that handles many features a website needs. And since SMTP is included as a free feature inside of it, you don't have to install a separate plugin for it. Now, you might just be getting a gist of whatever I'm saying right now, but if you want to see the bigger problems this plugin can solve beyond SMTP, check out this video to explore what more it can do, as it can definitely help keep your site lightweight and also save you from extra costs at the same time. Now, let's get back to the topic and enable SMTP, then click the small gear icon, and once you open the settings, here you'll see two ways to set it up: Gmail SMTP and Custom SMTP. First, we'll look at Gmail SMTP for anyone who just wants to connect their Gmail account. Later, we'll set up Custom SMTP if you want more control or want to use another email service like Yahoo or Zoho. For now, let's get started and set up Gmail SMTP step by step. Alright, starting off, in the From Email field, type the Gmail address you want to use for sending. In the From Name field, write the name you'd like people to see when they get an email from your site. To make Gmail trust this setup, we need two things: a client ID and a client secret. These are secure credentials that allow your site to send emails through your Gmail account safely. Right next to the client ID field, there's a Generate link. Click on it. You'll see it opening the Google Cloud Console in a new tab. At the top, you can see your current project. If you already have one, you could select it. But to keep things organized, it's better to create a new one. Click on New Project, give it a name like Gmail SMTP, and then click Create. Once it's created, select that project. Now, moving ahead, look at the left sidebar and go to APIs and Services, then click on Library. In the search bar, type Gmail API. Select it and click Enable. This step is important because it lets the project use Gmail servers to send your emails. Once the API is enabled, we are ready for the next part. Now, we need to set up the OAuth consent screen. This tells Google who's asking for permission to send emails. From the left menu, click on OAuth consent screen, then hit Get Started. You'll now fill in some basic details. Under App Information, type an app name, something simple like SMTP. Setup works fine. Choose your support email, then click Next. For audience, select External, so your Gmail account can connect with this app, then click Next. Add a contact email, click Next again. Review the user data policy, and then click Continue. Finally, click Create. This registers the app, and now it's officially allowed to request permission from Gmail. Moving ahead, it's time to create the actual OAuth credentials. On the next screen, click Create OAuth Client ID. For application type, select Web Application. You can keep the name as it is. Under Authorized JavaScript Origins, click Add URL and type your website URL. In my case, I'm writing https://tutorials.posimith.com. Then, under Authorized Redirect URLs, click Add URL again. Now, go back to the Nexter SMTP settings pop-up, copy the redirect URL shown there, and paste it here. Once done, click Create. You'll instantly see a pop-up with your client ID and client secret. Now, all you have to do is copy them and paste them into the respective fields. Once that's done, click on Authorize with Gmail. Here, choose your Gmail account, then you'll get to this screen. Now, since this app is new and not yet verified, you might see a security warning, and that's completely normal. Click Advanced, then click the link that says Go to your app anyway. Here, click Continue, allow the requested permissions, and complete the process. and finally click this continue button to set. After successful authorization, Nexter will bring you back to the dashboard and you'll see a test email section. Okay, now here's where you make sure everything works. Enter any email address, usually your own, and click send. As visible, you can clearly see a success message once the test mail goes out. Now, all you have to do is go ahead and check your inbox to see if everything's set correctly. Here, as you can see, the test email is sitting there nicely. That's it. Your WordPress site is now fully connected to Gmail SMTP. From now on, any email your site sends, whether it's a contact form submission, a WooCommerce order, or a password reset, goes through Gmail secure servers with a much better chance of reaching the inbox instead of spam. Finally, just to recap, we started by enabling SMTP inside Nexter, created Gmail API credentials, set up the OAuth consent screen, connected those keys back in WordPress, and successfully authorized Gmail. With this, your emails are now authenticated, trusted, and reliable. All done inside Nexter without needing extra plugins. Alright, with this, we've covered the first method. Now, let's move on to custom SMTP. The good thing about custom SMTP is that you're not limited to one provider only. You can use it with Gmail, Yahoo, Zoho, or almost any email service you prefer. Though, I'll be using Gmail here because it's quick to set up and reliable. But don't you worry, the steps are super similar no matter which provider you choose. For now, let's move ahead and add all the required details in the From Email field. In the From Email field, enter the email you want to send from. This will be your sender address. In the From Name field, type the name you want people to see in their inbox. Next, for the SMTP host, since we are using Gmail, type smtp.gmail.com. If you are not sure about yours, you can check the host list provided in Nexter's documentation. For the port, choose the secure SSL port because it is safe and widely used. Whatever port you pick, make sure to select the same encryption option below. Here, we will select SSL. Then turn on Authentication so your server knows you are logging in. And you can also enable Auto TLS if you want the system to secure the connection automatically when supported. In the SMTP username field, enter your full email address. For the SMTP password, you will need to create an app password in Gmail. To do that, open your Google account, click your profile and go to manage your Google account. From the left menu, open security and scroll down to two-step verification. Turn it on if it is not already. Once that is done, you will see the app passwords option. If you do not see it, just visit myaccount.google.com/app-passwords. Create a new app password, give it any name like WordPress SMTP and click Create. Google will show you a unique password. Copy it right away because you will not be able to see it again later. Now, go back to Nexter and paste this password into the SMTP password field. Next, click Connect SMTP. If your details are correct, you will see the test email option appear. Add your email there and hit send. You will see a success message, and when you check your Gmail inbox, the test email will already be there. If you ever get an AJAX error or the connection fails, try switching the port to 587 with TLS instead of 465 SSL and keep authentication on. Great, our SMTP is connected and tested. And just to clarify, if you don't want to use Gmail SMTP and prefer another email host like Zoho or Yahoo, we already have a dedicated documentation page for that. The setup is almost the same with just a few details changed, so it's very easy to follow. But since we've already configured Gmail SMTP right now, that's completely fine. Now, let's move to the part that actually matters, checking how it works on a real form. Alright, as you can see, I'm into the WordPress editor and right behind me, there is already a contact form on this page and I've built it using Nexter's form builder. Let me inform you, this form is completely optional. As SMTP setup we just did will work with any form plugin you are already using. Although I'm using the form made using Nexter's blocks here because it's lightweight and quick to set up. Also, if you want the same form, just make sure Nexter blocks is installed and activated from the dashboard. Right here, click Nexter, go to blocks, simply install the plugin and then enable the form block. and you're good to go now. Now you can build a form like this from scratch, or if you want to save time, I'm using a pre-designed ready-made form right here. As you can see earlier, I picked this one from W Design Kit. You can do by simply adding the block, then clicking import pre-designed template, select any form you like. I chose this one and bam, that's how you get a clear professional looking form in just a few minutes. Alright, once the form is in place, now let's get back to the topic and test the working of SMTP onto this form. For it, just select the form and head over to the Layout tab. Now, under Action After Submit, choose Email. This simply tells the form that whenever someone submits it, an email should be sent. Now, in the To field, add your own email address because that's where you'll receive all these submissions. For the email heading, just type user detail so you immediately know what the email is about, and in the subject field, write something clear like new form submission. This way, the moment the email lands in your inbox, you'll instantly know a new entry has come in. Now that the admin email setup is done, there's one small thing you can add here. If you want the user to get a quick confirmation, like a simple "Your form has been submitted successfully" message, this is where we set it up. It's a small step, but it really helps the person filling the form feel sure that their message reached you. So for this, just go back to Action After Submit, search for Auto Response Email and enable it. Then open the Auto Response Email settings. In the To field, type nxt_user_email. So the system automatically picks the user's email from the form. Right below that, in the email heading, I'm adding something simple like "Thank you for your submission," just a small line that feels friendly when they open the email. Next, in the subject field, add your message title, something short and clear like "We've received your message." This makes the form feel more interactive and gives the user instant confirmation that their submission went through. Alright, after that, simply click Save and Publish, then open the page in a new tab. Now, let's fill out the form completely. Finally, we'll hit Book Appointment. And now it's time to double check if everything's working. From a user's point of view, you can see the confirmation email has been received with the details I just submitted. And as the site owner, if I open my inbox, you can notice the admin notification email right here as well. That means everything's set and working perfectly. And that's it. Your WordPress emails are now properly authenticated and sent through SMTP. So they actually land in the inbox rather than just spam. Whether it's contact form submissions, order notifications, or user emails, everything is now reliable and predictable. So if this setup helped you out, let me know in the comments below how it went on your side, and for more such practical WordPress tutorials, make sure you are subscribed. For now, I'll catch you in the next one. Until then, stay creative and keep learning.